everybody knew what a downwinder was. We were the anti-nuclear capital of the world. I was an autistic kid. My father was a drafted United States Marine, an incredible man. I come from an incredible family. My uncle stood on Omaha Beach on D-Day. I grew up on a huge ranch out by the lake. He was a beautiful, incredible person. He was at Pendleton, combat ready, and they were human guinea pig. They were marched into the trenches in Nevada. They're called atomic veterans. He nearly died at the blast. Between 1951 and 1968, we had 300 open-air tests. Well, as different scientists started to write about this, Wallace Stegner was at the University of Utah at the time. I got to know him. Edward Abbey was hanging around there. I got to know him. I got to know all these environmentalists, and I was an environmentalist, and it was a passionate, intense subject matter there.
All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. Gate 311, whatever you want to call it. I call it Pacific genocide, whatever. It's fucking giant conspiratorial across all demographics. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. Gate 311, whatever you want to call it. I call it Pacific genocide, whatever. It's fucking giant conspiratorial across all demographics. They'll be calling you a radical. May God have mercy on all of your souls.
Nuclear power was evolving. We were promised, oh, this can't happen. It will never happen. We cannot have a meltdown.
Well, good morning. I hope everybody's out of their dogma snuggies. It's 8 a.m. Pacific genocide time. So the dogma is overwhelming. I want people to very much, I'm going to say this right off the get. In the activist community, in the 311 community, the Fukushima, the Pacific genocide community, everybody, the social inequality, the whole debt, the whole usury complex that America's evolved into, and people that understand it and go crazy about it, and their family members, different people are pushing them to the margin saying, oh, you're crazy, crazy. No. I want people to very much know there's 7.2 billion people on Earth. You travel abroad, they all think just like we think. Because they have logic. They all talk exactly like we talk. They all think they all understand Fukushima to the 10th power. When I was in Europe, it's like breath of fresh air. An activist, anybody who stands in reality and the truth, and they spit on them. I'm going to talk a lot about deflation today, your money, the death of the Pacific Ocean, cancer, freaking all these things that I represent, that I am as an environmentalist. I'm standing here in this, one of the greatest ecosystems on this earth was where I grew up, Western Weber County. I grew up here where the Ogden and the Weber join, and there's a big bend, and then it pours into the Great Salt Lake, the greatest flyway, the greatest, maybe delta, after they drained the Mississippi and ruined it, all those deltas, maybe in the world, right here. Just in my lifetime, one corporate welfare farmer, which, they're multi-generations here too, who's a county commissioner, their names are Gibsons. They drained off, because that's how the Mormon community works. The Mormon community work is they've infiltrated the court systems, the EPA, they've taken it over, and the Mormons believe in raping the earth. That the Mormons have evolved. They weren't. When I grew up, they were amazing. They were environmentalists. The Mormons are hardcore terrorists now. They rape and exploit, and they fucking spew fear, and everybody's all ISIS, and all this terror. There's no Middle Eastern fucking Muslim terrorists. They don't exist. It's all made up shit. They're Christian terrorists. Well, they're not even Christians. They're terrorists, just plain terrorists. The Mormon Church have evolved into terrorists. They all wear hairspray, the blonde-haired, blue-eyed terrorists. The evangelical movement has turned into hardcore terrorists. Look up the definition of the fucking word. They fucking fly drones over people who did nothing and just put fear in the kids, put fear in the children all over. They fucking make you afraid. They fucking propaganda through KSL, Fox News. KSL is Fox News, by the way. The Mormon Church is Fox News. Rupert Murdoch, they've been paid, Operation Foxconn. They're hardcore, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, brown-haired, blue-eyed devils. They're fucking devils. What do you think all the hairspray's about? You think about your grandfather, especially if you live in here in Utah, getting up and fucking putting hairspray and fucking makeup. That's what these fuckers do. These people are hardcore, radical fucking terrorists. They're here to exploit. Just in my lifetime, growing up here in this amazing place, the muskrats are all gone. They're extinct. They extincted the muskrats, where there were fucking hundreds of thousands of them. The jackrabbits, hundreds of extincted them. You know, I can go on and on. The toots that float along the marsh, those amazing little black and gray, beautiful, extinct, not a thing. The screeching frogs in the night, because this is the desert. It gets hot here, really hot. This is the desert, and there's just these mountains that catch the contamination. The screeching, which amazing creatures, you can hear them screeching, extinct. The great basin toads, extinct. They've killed them all. The mule deer, the biggest mule deer in the world right here. The biggest elk in the world. Now, we have right over the mountain, it's called Deseret Land and Livestock, that the Mormon Church has purchased, and they manage the herder. They would be extinct. They would be gone. The mule deer are fastly becoming extinct here. Now, out of Antelope Island, which isn't an island right now, and this is the epic denial that the Mormon Church is, and these people, these climate deniers. Now, is the climate changed? It's obvious. Now, what changed it? Carbons? That's a piece of it, but the big piece, the elephant in the room, is nuclear. 410 nuclear reactors for decades now, boiling the Earth's water over. Now, people are so ignorant, they don't understand there's only so much water on this Earth. Some guy told us, you realize that this percentage of water has been used before? I'm like, are you kidding? All water's been used before. Many fucking times over and over and over. There's only so much of it. They're boiling it over and over. For instance, Diablo Canyon, right there. Now, Diablo Canyon, I didn't even know this. This is how strong my intuitive mind's been going through this dynamic in this fight. Remember, I did my Blue Hearts on Valentine's Day, my protest 2 years ago, on the pier at Diablo Canyon. A lot of people showed up, by the way. You know, they won't go on camera, but a lot of people showed up. You know, it was very dynamic, very amazing gig. And I didn't know this until the Chumash told me later, a year later, because the Chumash had won away. The Chumash they stopped protecting, because that's what's happened even in the Native American communities, as the elders have died. And don't you love these Mormons, how they call an 18, 19-year-old, 17-year-old, these fucking missionaries, these brainwashed fucking idiots, and they come back and they call them elders? Now you think about that. They're calling an 18-year-old an elder. Wow. They're insane. They've lost their they're not Christians anymore. They're not. Neither are the evangelicals in this country. They're devils. So when you travel abroad, they're like, what is the matter with you fucking people? You hand over this country to a police state? Have you fuckers, now, you hear one politician even talking about their fucking debt? You heard one? Not a peep about the fucking debt. I'm going to talk about deflation, and it's not, there's no hypothesis here, and we already hypothesized it perfectly. Here's how fucking gone, and how hypnotized, and you can only be hypnotized if you want to be hypnotized. America's drunk on ignorance and proud of it. They think they're smart, and they're fucking pathetically stupid. You hear guys all around, they're fucking morons. You know, I heard a guy going around the other day about the forefathers fought so we wouldn't have a central bank. No, the forefathers fought so we could have our own central bank. We've had a central bank since fucking 1776, Hamilton, Jefferson. I mean, it's amazing that people don't understand this and fucking get this. Look, we've always had a central. Has it went public, private, fucking multiple times, many fucking times over and over. It's been redefined many times over and over. The United States has been bankrupt several times. In 1929, the United States, went completely bankrupt. Done. Hasta la vista. Fucking, they were backing the currency with a shiny fucking yellow metal out of the fucking ground. People think somehow that gold has always been this fucking thing to hoard. No. It's a fucking monarchy, Rothschild, manipulated thing over the last few hundred years. For fucking many, many, many years, it was rocks. Birds of paradise, feathers were the mode of exchange for a long, long, long time. Hundreds and hundreds of flowers. Flowers, the, tulip exchange, were the mode of exchange. All Money is a promise to pay. That's all. And somehow you think that this shiny fucking thing out of the earth, which is as common as diamonds, which is as common as fucking sand, it's everywhere. Now, they control it. It's the most manipulated fucking control market besides diamonds in history. You do understand about diamonds. Diamonds are so fucking incredibly fucking common. I mean, all it is fucking lightning struck fucking coal. That's all it is. That's all gold is. You know, so that's all it is. It's everywhere. They fucking dig it out, and then they control the market, and they manipulate and fucking lead you around like a bitch because it's shiny. And the queen sits in her fucking gold-plated fucking carriage. And, you know, I thought it was no monarchies. Can you believe in this day and age, we're bowing to the Queen of England? Because we are the Queen of England now. We have evolved in the United States over the last 30 years. Reagan started this fucking madness. Everything that we fought for, everything that we were abstract. Look, the first 8 employees of the United States government were the Coast Guard at the port, blocking cheap Chinese goods coming in because the forefathers were craftsmen. Paul Revere was a craftsman. I mean, the greatest silversmiths in the history of car were the colonists, the greatest furniture makers. You think they sold their stuff cheaply? No, it was about high quality. It was high. Look, living in the colonies and living the white Anglo-Saxons who slaughtered the fucking, you know, Columbus, the Spaniards slaughtered the fucking natives, started it. You know, they lived a very, very high quality of life. Incredibly high quality of life. But England was not about to have it. As they started to grow, they could see the growth economy, and they wanted to dump their fucking goods on it. They had money. They had wealth. They dressed up like Indians and threw the tea overboard as fucking protecting their markets. They were protectionists. It's like, you know, the dogma out there has made socialism a bad word, communism a bad word, fucking protection is a bad word when they've hijacked the fucking media. Russia was never communist. Never. Communist. The Mormons, early Mormons were communists. They were communists, which they've all hijacked that fucking now. My great-grandfather is the guy who started it all. He's the guy, the United Order, he invented it. They were fucking hardcore communists. Communism, read Engel and fucking. By the way, it wasn't Marx. Engel wrote most of that. Read it. That's not what Russia evolved into. Russia evolved into the same thing they fucking fought against. They evolved into a dictatorship. A military-based fascism dictatorship. Who taught them how? Everything they fought to take out Mussolini, everything they fought out Hitler, who are nothing but puppets for this fascism fucking control regime. You know, they didn't just kill Jews. How many Poles did they kill? How many homosexuals did they kill? How many craftsmen did they kill? They knew that's how you gut the fabric, just like Revere. And it was Mason Wars. The Masons had broke away. The Masons who started out this purity group, and everybody says, oh, they came from aliens from the fucking pyramids, and it's fucking bullshit. Now, by the way, the pyramids originally had a white fucking film of plaster over them. You do know that. They had a white film of plaster. People don't know that, but, you know, that was 4,000 years ago. Concrete, the greatest invention in the history of mankind. Cement, concrete, didn't happen to the Greeks. How did that happen? They were looking at mountains, they were looking, and then they couldn't get it to set. They're like, well, how does nature do it? You can see these molded fucking things, and they're like, oh, heat. So volcanic ash. So they started to fucking mix their product and throw some heat to it. Oh my God, it works, it sets. Portland cement, Joseph Aspen's fucking did it off fucking Portland Islands. I think he was a fucking brick mason. He did it in his fucking, on his stove. He changed the complex, which was a mistake, by the way. America went all in Portland cement, which what happens, instead of setting in 500 years, it sets in 100 years. And after 100 years, it all crumbles and falls apart. Ask Oregon. So that's the madness, the insanity. The ignorance that fucking is a brew here in the United States. They were never communists, communism. Communism means, you know, just what it is, a community. 100% redistribution of wealth, which somehow that's bad. Socialism, a distribution of wealth. Which European countries are socialists, absolutely. Fucking right they are. But so are we. But we have evolved. We pay more taxes than they do in Europe. Many, many more. People don't understand. Most of our taxes are usury taxes, which we used to have usury laws. What's a usury tax? Everything you buy has a tax on it. Now, Americans are okay with being taxed until they don't get anything back. Now, you think about it. For instance, me. You know, all the money I made in my life, lots of fucking money, paid huge amount of taxes, giant amount of taxes, because it's not just about your income tax. It's about everything you buy, just walking through life. You pay these taxes. It's our money. It's our federal government fucking money. And that's what it's set for, to come back. You get a guy like Mike Lee, runs as a fiscal responsible teabagger, who's placed there by Karl Rove, who's one of the biggest crooks that ever walked the face of the earth. Now, remember he ran as fiscal responsible? His balance sheet to this day is several million to the bad. He had this great big house up in Alta trying to keep up with the Joneses. He'd never made a payment on it. They were living in it. It's a multi-million-dollar thing. Never made a payment. Goes in foreclosure. It's short sale. You know what a short sale is? The short sale comes up $600,000 bad. He paid $600,000 more than it was worth, which everybody's done. So, why he's running? Now you think the Deseret News, the Tribune, the national media, fucking somebody, the counter to Fox News somewhere, would you see, what is the counter? What do they call those phony fake fuckers? They have that fucking Joe in the morning fucking whatever. Not CNBC, I can't even think of the name because I can't stand those phony fucking lying rat false equivalency pieces of shit. So, you think they would go after this guy? It was right hiding in plain sight, right in your fucking face. While he's preaching, he's one of the lionest fuckers. He's the guy that was responsible for cutting food stamps across America, $11 for each person. People are not on food stamps because they want to be, because they're starving to death. And it's going to get bigger and bigger, and it's different for them, though. It's different. $11 a month. So, in Utah, we are the Sue Happy capital, collection attorney capital of the world. By the way, Mike Lee's brother's on the Utah Supreme Court. These are fucking evil, sick, mentally ill, fucking terrorists in fucking hairspray. They're terrorists, hardcore. Doug Rafkiso, they're hardcore terrorists. And I want to explain to them when I call them all fainting goats. What an insult to a fainting goat. Fainting goats don't fucking pass out from fucking excitement. They pass out and faint from fear. These fuckers are the greatest cowards who ever walked. They're masquerade. They're frauds. So, in Utah, you short sell the house. That doesn't go away. That dead. These fuckers pile on, and then they sue you like fucking mad crazy. I mean, all the debt that goes across the country, when it gets fucking redistributed and whatever, and they buy it up and they sue, it ends up in the courts of Utah, because the Utah courts are controlled by the Mormon Church. And the Mormon Church loves to fucking hardcore exploit fucking. They're the usury capital of the world. They have debtors' prisons here, unless it's them. Now, if it's them for hundreds of thousands, no, but if you missed a payment in 1992, they fucking sue you and put you in prison and beat you fucking death, and they feed you. The drug dealers, Dewey McKay, look him up. Dewey McKay. Yeah, David O. McKay's grandson, look him up. The guy named Chad McKay, his attorney. These fuckers are the fucking McKays. Yes, the ex-president of the Mormon Church right here in Weaver County. Look him up. Dewey McKay. The girl that worked at the Forensic Guard Pharmacy here on 2nd Street used to tell me all the time, these people, he's doing them over the phone. He wrote 7 million OxyContin prescriptions. 7 million. Now they've approved OxyContin for kids now. Utah's the first one to do it. The biggest dope dealer in history. Responsible for fucking tens of thousands of fucking murders. OxyContin at one time in this place was going for fucking $70 a pill. So he was the biggest dope dealer in history. The feds finally go after him. Rob Bishop, our congressman here, a high school fucking history teacher who's dumber than fucking dirt. A big fat fucking hair-sprayed slob pig. Look him up. He's a fucking pig. So look him up. By the way, congressman for 14 years, his balance sheet's to the bad. These are crooked fucking, he's a drug addict, there's no doubt in my mind. I'm sure this guy probably pops fucking 20 or 30 pills a day. How else could you fucking make $170,000 a year for 14 fucking years with all expenses paid, and you never go to work and you never do anything and be broke? How is that possible? Because he's a drug addict. Hardcore. All these Mormons are hardcore drug addicts. They pop pills. Look it up. I mean, I'm not hypothesis. This is all the facts. So, he is his character witness on the stand. They're in the Mormon bishopric together, up in Brigham City, but they're from here in Weber County. So, by the way, the United Order, Brigham City, Utah, my great-grandfather, Abraham II I, who started the whole United Order, who saved the Mormons, the guy that found the fucking gold at Suitors. It's amazing. They were fucking communists, hardcore communists, the Mormon community. Their welfare farms didn't that I grew up on it. My grandpa ran all the welfare farms. I fucking worked on lots of fucking, the so-called welfare, which we had co-ops everywhere. I'm standing right here where our Peary co-op is, right here on this great agricultural giant this was. And this wealth all went in, and it was redistributed. That's how people ate. That's how people lived. And it was an amazing fucking system. All gone. So he's writing all these prescriptions. The feds go after him. He's convicted. Thrown into fucking prison. In the Utah State Prison, there's a Mormon temple in there. Tabernacle, whatever they call them now. So as long as you play the Mormon card, the parole board's all Mormons, and everything's 0 to 15, everything. But this is a Fed charge. This is a Fed charge. And so the Feds went after him. Rightfully so. Found guilty, put in prison for 30 years. He's going to die in prison, rightfully so. He killed millions. ATK right out here. He killed a rocket scientist. He killed thousands of people. Killed writing these fucking prescriptions for no reason, and he would come out and say he's a big fat pig slob. This is how the Mormon Church hijacked even the federal court system. And I could prove it. Ask the FBI. So they go in and release him illegally. And the feds go out, a federal Mormon judge releases him against the law. He's out. Mark Hacking, double homicide. His father is at University of Utah, hierarchy in the Mormon Church. Kills his wife is beautiful. She's half Mexican. That's why, because they fucking abuse the fuck out of the Mexican people here. That's what they do. Which Father Escalante founded this place. This has always been Mexican. This was Mexico when the Mormons got here. Remember, they fought the fucking war on the border. This was Mexico, and then the Mormons didn't go along with the fucking feds. They said, "Fuck your document. This is fucking Mexico, but now it's ours. It's Deseret." They called the whole Western for years and years and years and years and decades. So these sick fuckers, demented fuckers, are also fucking corrupt and sick in this massacre. And it's not like the rest of the world. Here, they're here to, and it's self-fulfilling prophecy. See, we told you, we killed the earth, the old earth's dying. We're going to heaven and getting our 10 virgins, us and Joseph Smith. They're insane. The evangelicals are even more insane. So this guy commits a double homicide. He shoots his young, beautiful wife in the head. She knows she's pregnant with a baby. It's premeditated. He hides her in a dumpster at the University of Utah Medical. The state of Utah spends $10 million going through the dump every day in this hot summer looking for the body. I mean, this is a major fucking thing. You know, they finally fucking find the body. They finally get him, this fucking creep, who's leading the charge to find her, by the way. He admits to the whole thing. No, any trial, any jury is going to fucking give him the fucking death penalty, because we have the death penalty here. We're the first one to bring back the fucking firing squad. Gary Gilmore, executioner's song. Fucking, that's here. That's here. He demanded to be executed. He was the first one he's the guy that broke the fucking moratorium on fucking capital punishment right here. Gary Gilmore, executioner's song. Remember that fucking, Rosanna Arquette fucking, movie? What a masterpiece. Don't fear the Reaper. Don't fear the Reaper. Blue Oyster Cult. Oh, they're a cult. They're beyond a cult. So are the evangelicals. It's a fucking, so the globalist fucking rats you call politicians. So they give him no trial, no anything, negotiated 1 to 15 for a double homicide. I mean, he'd be convicted in 5 seconds and fucking, it was premeditated murder 1. Capital murder 1 of a fucking unborn child and his beautiful fucking wife. This is this place we live. This is what America's evolved into. These you put hairspray and talk passive-aggressively and fucking claim you're a fucking Christian when you're devils. They're fucking devils. And everybody in America's like, oh, you fucking environmentalists, you people, oh, fuck you. It's not like that the rest of the world. They all understand that the fucking Pacific Ocean has been fucking killed. Fucking Pacific genocide. I call it the Pacific genocide. Now, the new report, ENA News, comes out, which has done masterful work from the beginning. That the study's coming out. Now, you think about this. This is an amazing story. I have these people that have AML acute leukemias. I don't know what it is about us, but we have a secret fucking club that nobody can understand. I don't even understand it. It's some kind of energy and aura that we always find each other randomly in the middle of nowhere. Out of the crowd, we'll run right into each other. It's happened to me multiple times, but it happened to me in California when I was walking the entire one document, which I got no media coverage. I got very little support. I got a few, these great people that sponsored my walk, the same people that are sponsoring Dana's thing, they paid for it. It was hardcore. I mean, I slept outside. I slept on places where I ain't supposed to. I slept on beaches in fucking woods. Fuck, it was brutal. Come on, I'm 55 years old coming off fucking leukemia. Walk. I mean, it's hardcore brutal. They sponsor. When I was going out through Ragged Cliffs, I mean, that's a hell of a hike into those places. I run into that starving to death mama elephant seal. Now, right before that, I'd been coming up above Morro Bay, and I run into that cute little village, and there's this guy. You know, they think that's their little town, all these fucking old beer-drinking, neoconservative fucking freaks, fucking hate the environment they sit around. And the elephant seals at Carmel, at San Simeon, right below Hearst Castle. It was that time of year. Oh, I want to see him. You ain't kidding, I want to see him. Oh, boy, did I see him. Not just on the place, and it's all fenced off. They're protected. This guy, I'm an expert on it. They've never been so healthy. I said, how the fuck would you know, sitting here drinking beer, you old fucker? You've never been on the way. You don't know. Who told you that? You know, we do this every year. You stand there on the fence and look at them off the one, and then go back and drink beer. And I says, you don't know, you fucking ass. Oh, they've never been so healthy. Okay, so I'm listening to him. I get up the fucking road, then I run into the real people that go out to water, the rescue. A young Mexican boy. Because the Mexicans they fucking grew up on that ocean. They get it. He's like, oh, no, I'm involved, Kevin. You know, I met him having breakfast at Ragged Point on the cliff. He's the one that woke me up, and he says, oh, no. He says, I'm part of this group that we go rescuing the San Simeon one. And he says, we've already rescued 1,500 starving to death sea lions and the elephant seals. This guy's telling me the elephant seals are doing so good. So I go right down through Ragged Cliffs. I hike all the way to the bottom. I mean, I couldn't believe it. Get right to the bottom. There she is. She's dying of leukemia, now that we know. Now, her and I are right there together by each other. That elephant seal down there. That mama, I shot video of it. You see the video. There she is. Now we know she was dying of leukemia. That's leukemia patients find each other. Okay, I'm in Prague. Check. Beyond protest. I went to the reactor in fucking Czechoslovakia, the one that's had a leak. I didn't dare get out of the fucking train, but there's pictures and video all over. I posted everywhere. So I'm in the bottom. This young, beautiful Czech girl. You know, my friend's talking to her. A guy that I had just met from an Indian kid from Canada. You know, and he says, and so he introduces me to her. He says, oh, these two girls I got to know them the last few days. This is my friend Kevin, blah, blah, blah. And her and I start to talk. And I says, and she says, what are you doing here, blah, 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 blah. I told her I'm an environmentalist, I'm an anti-nuclear activist. And that part of the world, they love anti-nuclear activists. It's not like here. Oh, they all get it. They love them. And she's like, oh, my God. And so we got talking. I says, yeah, I got sick. Here I'm saying I got AML leukemia in the fall of 2011 and was given 2 months to live. And so I've been battling for my life, and I use my activism as my platform to battle for my life. And she just real calmly, in her broken English, says, me too. Here, you want me to help you with that? I'm helping my brother freaking thing. So, anyway, she says, me too. Well, I'm sure it's probably right there. Just get out your shovel. It's there. Yeah, I'm sure it's right there somewhere. You just have to get a shovel and dig. I've been digging. Well, you just haven't bumped it. You'll find it. Just keep digging the trench. I'll dig it out when I get done. And so she says, me too. And I'm like, what? I stopped. What? What do you mean, me too? I had AML leukemia. Got it in the fall of 2011. What? That's a death sentence on young females, by the way. The survival rate is, and 50-year-old males and young females, young people survive it almost zero. And I'm like, oh, so I show her what's his name, Trent, from Louisiana, and his girl up in there in northern Cal who protested with me out at Livermore on day 1000 of Fukushima, as we protested out there. He named it the Fukushima fish hook. Our scar where our central line goes in our jugular vein from the heavy treatment. And so she shows me hers, I show her mine. She's like, oh my God. She says, and then she starts to talk about it. And she becomes very emotional immediately. So do I. You know, tears in both of our eyes immediately, because it's hard for anybody to understand what that fight goes through, because you're in an AML leukemia unit, which you know that 90% of the people that are in there battling their ass off aren't coming out. And so you watch them all die, and you watch them shrivel up, and you watch this epic fight. And, you know that your chances are nearly impossible you're going to come out. And you're so emotional that you did come out. And she's like, my mom's a nurse. And she says, my mom, she told me right to my face, you're not going to lay around. I'm not going to help you get better. I'm not going to fucking pamper you. And you're going to fight your fucking ass off. And you're not going to feel sorry for yourself. And you're going to fucking get intense, and you're going to get fucking radical, and you're going to fight for your fucking life. You got me? Do you understand that, girl? Her mom. She fucking slapped her around, woke her fucking ass up, and she says, I know that's the only reason I lived. I says, absolutely, it's the only reason. That's the only reason I lived. I was so intense in that unit. I'd have my radio on there blaring, going crazy, and so I was intense. I was radical in my fight. I had beautiful, incredible nurses. I had Danish philosophy, doctors, and nurses. And a guy named Fimbo Peterson come to LDS from Copenhagen, Denmark. He'd been at the University of Washington with Hickman, who invented the Hickman line, which is the greatest breakthrough in cancer treatment in leukemia, is the Hickman line. And he wasn't an oncologist. The Hickman line, which changed the chemo from going into the arms, going directly into the jugular vein. They tie it around your collarbone and go in there, and they're able to fucking hammer you so much harder. Because this is a Hail Mary. Do not kid yourself. You get AML leukemia, acute. They use the word acute on you. It's a fucking Hail Mary. They're death sentences. So these people are saving people that would fucking die. No doubtably fucking die without any fucking. I mean, this thing eats you alive so fast. It can take up to 33% of your body mass in as short as 3 days. I went from and I was not fat. I was in incredible physical condition. Went from 170 to 130. Again, these fucking monsters here in Utah at Huntsman Cancer Institute. They advertise all over town. Any place that's got wealth and has an older population. San Diego, Los Angeles, California. All these fake fuckers with all their money. They advertise. Them and Scripps are competing to kill you and to extract all your money. So Huntsman Chemical, who stole the recipe for the styrofoam container, which is one of the fucking biggest polluters, fucking cancer-causing companies in the history of humanity. Maybe only second to the nuclear industry. They have the Huntsman Cancer Institute, so everybody thinks they're the elite because they branded themselves as the luxury good of death. So is Scripps in San Diego. They have hotel rooms. They have chefs. And they fucking have symposiums and written into their charter, and you can look it up. Huntsman Chemical has written into their charter, and their cancer research gets fucking billions in federal funding. Written in there says specifically you can only research the cure of cancer. You cannot research the cause of cancer because he is the cause of cancer. So everybody thinks they're the greatest cancer units, then it's Scripps, including Tony Gwynn. I can go on and on and on. They're not. They don't even rank the top. Huntsman doesn't even rank the top 100. It's the worst. Our doctors say it. You want to go there and eat the good food, stay in the hotel, go ahead and fucking. You're gonna die. You want to come here and fight and live? They all quit there. They know what a fucking shakedown those fuckers are. So here's the guy giving you cancer. Now, and think about this business model they have. Now, you think about this in Utah and around the world. Now, you think about this business model they have. We fucking poison the earth to fucking no end, cause cancer. We support the nuclear industry, benzene plants, whatever. We give you cancer, then we fucking falsely advertise on federal funding and create this cancer institute that is this luxury good, and then you come here with your wealth, and we extract every fucking penny you have until you're fucking dead. Ha! And people think they're this elite cancer unit. It's like fucking people drinking Grey Goose vodka think vodka's you can luxury brand anything. They did it. The luxury. They're the luxury fucking good of death. Huntsman Camel. John Huntsman Jr. I know him very well. I mean, what a fucking fraud. Now he used to go at it when he was our governor. Now, he's the one that gave us Dirty Herbie. And he did a lot of good things as governor. He gave us medical fair shine, but now he's joining with Mike Lee. So Mike Lee back to Mike Lee and his brother. So what they do, they sell that debt. It all ends up in Utah, and these courts are just full. I'm going to sneak in a video in the court system here in Weber County in Salt Lake on Tuesdays. They have a kangaroo court because it's so overwhelmed. It's the buy here, pay here capital of the world. Jesus Christ threw the money changers out of the temple. Average fucking payday loan in Colorado loan here, 580% annually. They're loan sharks. So they're loan sharks, and their fucking collection agents are fucking their goons or Mormon judges. They have debtors prisons, and they fucking kill you. Then they fucking get you so stressed out, you're so bottomed out because they allow. It's a sanctuary city. There are more undocumented workers here per capita than anywhere in the fucking country, in the world. Because they bitch about it, and they're the ones fucking exploit. Right here, where I live, this corporate welfare farmer, he has houses of them. He has children living in his house, exploited slave labor. Whole houses, this is fucking, which are all fucking felonies and against the fucking law. But they don't enforce the law because they fucking completely captured this usury complex. So they pay they gutted construction industries. I mean, that's why the quality of work is, fake stone, they're fucking molded up pieces of fucking shit. It's a fucking giant facade. So buy here, pay here, usury capital of the world. I mean, if you don't believe me, look up our two last attorney generals, who I knew them both. I used to fight like cats and dogs with them both. Swallow and Shurtleff. I know Shurtleff very personally, that phony rat. He's the one that fucking gutted all this. So there's a major investigation going on by the FBI. The FBI finds out they're taking bribes on buy here, pay here's. All the illegal gambling sites, by the way, they're here. They say you're in Costa Rica, you're offline gambling. They're all in Utah, and they're all Mormons. That's what this Jeremy Johnson was, and he's been squealing all these fucking people. And Harry Reid even falls into it, another Mormon from down there, but he worked right here at ATK. Utah State educated Mormon, Utah fucking. So that's what they do. That's the culture of the Mormon church. That's who they are. Same with the evangelicals. Jesus died so I could be rich, and they play that on you and extort you. So the FBI comes, I know her, by the way. We had the number one fucking criminal justice department at Weber State University, the number one finance department at Weber State that I fucking went to, and so did she. She's head of the FBI. So she says, we hand it over to the fucking state. They won't do nothing. We knew that. We hand it over to the fucking Fed prosecutors. We're just waiting for the indictment. They won't do it. She says, I've never seen such a slam dunk fucking all the work on fucking paper. They won't do it. So she's so pissed. She does it. She overrides them all. The FBI, and usually they let these guys not be perk walked, and they'll let them check in. She goes to their fucking houses. Now, we're talking the last two attorney generals. We're talking 20 years of attorney generals here. Crooked fuckers. Who, they go to their fucking house, 6 o'clock in the morning, the FBI, and fucking arrest these fuckers, raid their fucking house. $10,000 in cash in one house. Mark Shurtleff had a party in New York City. This is a Mormon bishop, by the way. Attorney General Mormon bishop, which they had $100,000 worth of hookers there. Look it up. $100,000 worth of hookers. This is on the taxpayers' fucking dime. So it's a slam dunk from hell. These guys are done, right? She gives a press conference. She's so pissed. I've been talking to them. They're beating her head against the wall because the Mormon church has captured the federal judge system here. Obama's all in on it. Fucking Clinton's all in on it. Because they're not. You think Obama and Clinton are Democrats? Please, come on, Hillary, please. These are the greatest fucking globalists that ever fucking walked. Party of Labor, they're still fucking preaching the Party of fucking Labor. Give us some money, fucking unions. Are you crazy? This is fucking Bill Walmart Clinton, who signed NAFTA, who is NAFTA, the guy who got his Glass-Steagall, which again came from here, Utah. So, look, Obama, TPP, they're as far from the fucking old fucking Democrat as you can possibly get. I got a friend, he's from Tennessee. He's an old Southerner, white old fucking aristocrat. He's amazing. And he says, until we get the good old-fashioned Southern Democrat back, he says, Bill Clinton ruined that. They thought he was a Southern or a fucking Democrat. We know not. Bill Walmart Clinton. Oh, Arkansas, Walmart, Arkansas, fucking globalist, fuck, who's his real daddy? It's amazing to me. Hillary Rodham, traces right to the House of Windsor. The Queen, she's back. So, this trial, they're kicking around. The court systems are so fucking crooked in the United States. This country is so corrupt. And everybody, you go abroad, they all know it. $20 trillion in reeling debt. The participation rate's under 50%. Do you understand the participation rate? That means people that can and willingly want to work, they're working. less than 50. And then the unemployment rate's what? In order to be counted as unemployment, you have to be actively receiving unemployment. They cut those 90 workers off a long time ago. Here, go kill yourself. Here, go get some pills from fucking Dewey McKay here. Here, write your prescription and eat your Oxycontin. Now, you remember Quaaludes in the 70s was killing a lot of people. Killed a lot of people I went to Weber High with. Government come out and banned them. Oxycontin, really? Now they got it for kids. Oh my God. It's unbelievable, these fucking monsters. These fucking hairs in the name of Christ. There are no fucking terrorists. There never were. There never were no Muslim terrorists. Muhammad Atta and the boys who cooked that up in the University of Hamburg, it was a fucking pushback right at fucking Brother Bandar in Saudi Arabia. Now, let's get real. Where's the most repressive places on the face of the earth? Of course, the United States, Saudi Arabia. The Saudi family took it over, right? It's named Saudi Arabia because they took it over. One family. With the help of Sinclair fucking Oil, Bechtel. They're the ones that propped up fucking Reagan, had him kick out Carter, fucking the whole hijack fucking Iran-Contra fucking deal. Cases right here again. Oliver North right here. Scowcroft right here. Kissinger's protege. I mean, it's amazing. All fucking right to the Mormon Church. I mean, it's amazing. Look up deep through who he was. You don't think they could keep secrets for a long, long time? Oh, no, somebody would always leak it out. You wouldn't fucking, they couldn't have killed Kennedy. Fuck, what if somebody would have leaked it out? Okay, then let's talk about Deep Throat. Who was Deep Throat? And I don't mean the porn star freaks. You remember? If Woodward and he did what they did at the Watergate Hotel now, they would be Julian Assange. They would be Aaron Swartz. They would be I am Pat fucking Tillman. We popped him up like heroes then. Deep Throat, no one ever knew who he was. He finally came out right at the end of his life. He lived right here. A Mormon. Big data. There's a reason that it's here. There's a reason the NSA comes here, because they know they can control this flock through a little bit of money, through the top fucking hierarchy of the Mormon Church, which are all corrupt. Ezra Taft Benson, fuck secretary. These people are fucking on the board of directors of Monsanto. So it's a small fucking group in their fucking temple that has hijacked the whole Mormon thesis, and fuck, they're hardcore, brutal fucking mass murder. No, not even, they're beyond capitalists, they're fascist pigs. And so they know they can control that whole flock. So every president throws one of these Mormons in. I mean, think about it. Leavitt, Secretary of the fucking Environment. This is a guy that owned a fish farm that had been fucking busted by the EPA multiple times for warming disease. One of the biggest exploiters of the fucking environment ever. He becomes secretary. They always throw one in. Everyone gets one. Even Obama did it. John Huntsman. Here's a free job. You can be an ambassador to fucking China when you don't have to do anything. Here, we'll just fucking throw fucking more of your fucking billions to you when you already have billions on killing people. Inherited fucking wealth from your mass murdering fucking sickening grotesque father. And he's got the fucking nerve, John Huntsman Sr., is one of the richest men on earth. CNBC in 1999 documented the 10 richest men in the world. And I went and spent a week with them, including the prince who owns the Batmobile fucking in Saudi. John Huntsman right here in Utah. Said, hey, now he'll claim, oh, my mother died. This is the sick fucking part about these sickening fuckers. Mike Lee's dad died of leukemia. Southern Utah guy. Died fucking young. He told me right to myself, there's an online fucking, look it up, Kevin Blanch goes at it with Mike Lee. He's telling me, Kevin, my dad was a downwinder, I'm going to get, and he lies to me in public. Now, he supports the nuclear industry to the 10th power, trying to bring DU-6 to the fucking West Desert. He's the lead on it. He's heavily involved in bringing fucking the world's nuclear waste illegally against state law here. But they're going to backdoor Dirty Herbie, who Huntsman placed in place, who's Joe Nuclear, will kill anybody for a fucking price. They will kill their own family. They don't care. So look it up. So these creepy fuckers, Mike Lee's father dies in his 40s of leukemia. Downwinder. We all know what it is. Barack Obama's mother dies of cancer in her 30s. Downwinder. I can go on and on. John Huntsman, fucking senior. Mother died very young. Grew up right there where they all got fucking slaughtered. Yet they become the mass murderers and support the very... Now you think about the sociopathic, mentally ill minds of these abused children. Now you think about that mind. It's like you're sitting in the Middle East and watching Obama drone your fucking daddy or drone your family. Oh, curses, spite. You don't think vengeance gets in your soul? What do you think I'm the way I want? I watch him murder my father. I watch these fucking Department of Energy, fucking nuclear lying, fucking, Livermore, fucking Teller rats murder my father. Oh, curses, spite that I was ever born. It burned a fucking hole through me. I'm never going to fucking quit. It's Hamlet on Balco. It's the real fucking country and virgin of Hamlet. Same thing's going on in the Middle East. These fuckers fly these drones. You can hear them. You can hear these Predator drones over there. That's terrorism. That's hardcore mass murder. That's cowards. America are fucking cowards. There are no fucking Muslim terrorists. There never was. Osama bin Laden did 9/11? What are you talking about? I mean, they spent 10 years, most sophisticated surveillance fucking satellites. The fucking government could tell every fucking little thing inside your house through your computer. Where they knew where he was the whole fucking time. You know, and fucking these guys will go give life. Wrap yourself up in a fucking flag. I'm a patriot. Yeah, I'm American. You know, I'm gonna go join. Fucking none of them ever bled. You know, they don't know these. And by the way, right now, I'll tell you what, how the Army's playing right now and the military's playing right now. They're advertising at all the universities and they're propaganda all the universities. Join the military will pay off your fucking debt. Even the National Guard. Join the National Guard. Now, we know what happened with the National Guard. You join the National Guard to get the fucking these benefits, and then they sucked you into Iraq and Afghanistan, destroyed your world. You know, even, you know, the ones that got killed, but when you come back, after a little while, that's why all the Paul popping, and ask somebody from Nam, ask somebody from fucking, even pilots. You know, I grew up in that kind of families. My dad was a Special Forces drafted, but my uncles joined World War II, you know, on Omaha Beach on D-Day. You know, my uncle, the fighter pilot. You know, so they sit and fucking bombard from outer space. You know, you're a drone pilot. Well, I'm here to tell you, you get a little older, you're going to be drinking 2 fists of whiskey, you'll probably blow your own fucking head off. These kids are killing themselves in such massive, hardcore fucking droves, and it's not their fault. Whose fault is it? Their parents. The church leaders. I blame the church leaders more than anyone. They're supposed to be the last bastion to protect us against this in the name of Christ. You know? So they're saying in the name of Christ, go bombard Christ's own relatives in the Garden of Eden, where the Tigris meets the Euphrates. Fucking bombard it, slaughter his own fucking people, his own relatives. You know? Amazing. Kill. He said, love them for they know not what they do. Them are the people killing him. Forgive them. They know not what they do. Thou shalt not kill. You know, so, I mean, usury. Threw the money changers out of the temple. They've hijacked anybody and everybody. They're trying to rewrite history at their 10th fucking power. These fuckers are insane devils. The devil has crept into America. This fucking country is Satan itself. The United States is Satan itself. And people are hypnotized because they want to be had, and they're gone along. They won't discuss their fucking debt. And I can prove it. You're still talking about these fuckers, oh, the dollar's going to crash. When the dollar crashed 2002. Now, you know me. I'm like, I've been pro-stock market, and I'll tell you why. Your money matters. And I'm like, when everybody was bailing out, I'm like, don't bail out. Fucking double down, double down. There's videos everywhere to prove it. That's the beauty about it. I've been able to see the future, absolutely. So, I'm saying double down at 9,000. Double down at fucking 7,000. They're all getting out. Glenn Beck, buy gold, silver. That's all you've heard, right? Pounding silver, pounding gold. It's fucking, you know, that shiny fucking metal that's so common it's like fucking dirt. That they propaganda you somehow you think's got value is going to save you. You know, these guys were buying these little things all over here in Utah. You could pop off a piece of fucking silver. I says, really? You're going to go to the store and they're going to take that? Go to the fucking store and try to pop off a piece of silver and tell the fucking grocer, I'm paying with this. They'll say, get the fuck out of here. Go to the bank and exchange it. What's the fucking matter with you fucking morons? Go sell it. So you pound it in. 47, 48, 38, 35. You just write it all down. Silver goes down every fucking day. Deflation killed silver. Silver's, I set the equilibrium when it was 47. There's a video to prove it. And I said, buy the triple short and get out. I set the price at $11.58. That's where it should properly, because it was nothing but a bubble. It was a fear bubble. That's all it was. Same with gold, fear bubble. Same with fucking, now oil, that was different. That was Cheney and the boys orchestrating fucking Afghanistan, Iraq. That's what the war was all about, to prop up oil into a fucking stratosphere. It was $12 a barrel when the fucking military coup of 2000 took over. So, oil was 160 in 3, 4, 5, 6. I placed it when it was 130 in my matrix, $38. Oh, it's $38 yesterday. Oh, silver is getting very close to 11.68. People thought I was insane. They said, you're adamant because they're fucking dogma burkers. They fucking, because they can't think for themselves, because they don't want to, because they're lazy fucks. They've been fucking pushed. They're serfdom fucking morons. They've captured fucking academia. They've captured everything. So, what did I set my gold? Gold at 19, who can do that? To the day. It hit 1900 memed in the middle of the day. I know how we did it to the day, to the hour. When it hit 1900, get out by Tesla. 14. So they fucking slaughtered you. So you're saying, oh, you know, go the dog's going to crash, and darn, he fucking crashed. It's gotten reeled in and got fucking completely healthy. And, you know, these globalists fucking rats, and they got total control of the stock market. There's no free market fucking, you know, you love that. Free market, free market, free market. Let's get rid of Glass-Steagall, which is the only protection you had. You gave these fuckers carte blanche, not Kevin Blanch, carte blanche to fuck you. You know, right to get fucked state. You exploit fucking labor, hand them cash, got it because the older population, they needed this growth economy. Flood it with the illegal Mexicans. The Mexicans have been here for 20 years. Now they have children, and they keep having children through the Catholic Church. Have more kids, have more kids, have more kids. Mormons have more kids, have more kids, have more kids. You know, so it's our only chance. Mormon Church is bleeding money, I know for a fact. Hardcore bleeding money because they fucking propagated the fucking facade. They funneled all to the top, and they went all in gold and silver. You know how much silver the Mormon Church bought? It averaged 35. Fox News pounded. Everybody pounded it. How much? You know, I love all you guys. It's going to come back. Yeah. So is Douglas MacArthur. Yeah. Look up that. I'll be back. Yeah. Look it up. And I'm not talking fucking that fraud, fucking Schwarzen, fucking Nager, that piece of shit. Fucking the other. Are you kidding me? Back to the Future? Are you kidding me? What are you talking about? That secondhand B fucking movie stars, President of the United States? Are you fucking crazy? Are you kidding me? What are you talking about? Fucking Donald Trump, that fucking manipulating, lying fraud who's married to an illegal. The only reason she got citizenship, and if he gets the naturalization clause back, he's going to deport his own daughter. Do as I say. A guy that claims he's a billionaire when he's $200 million to the bad, and that's a fucking well-documented fact. What is the matter with you dumb fuckers in America? That you're that fucking stupid. It's that simple. And you think you're smart. And people think, you know, and I'm not talking to my audience, I'm talking in the aggregate. This isn't about fucking, I've always been about fucking quality, not quantity. I give a fuck. You think I care about view counts? You think I care about fucking all this fucking, how many, I don't want to be popularizing this fucking sea of fucking retarded fucking ignorant soup. It's like the word retard. You say, oh, that's it. Look up the definition of retard. I want you to look it up. And it's like the whole fucking homosexual thing and fucking that whole fucking gig thing, whatever. To say gay, look, gay is a word that was used for thousands of years. I'm happy, joyful. Say it now. It's like Tim Cook. He's gay. Or, no, he's a homosexual. He has a partner, which I agree with Freud. I've always agreed with Freud. Freud said 1 in fucking 6, 7 people are born fucking gay. They're gay. That's just the way it is. It happens in nature. That's what I've always thought. You know, you're gay. So what? You know, and it's like they want to get married. Why don't you go have a hippie wedding like I did? That's what we were talking about this morning. Why would anybody want to get married and get the state involved so they can exploit you? They can fucking rob you. You know, when I got married, I had a hippie wedding. What's a hippie wedding? A hippie wedding is where you keep the state out of it. You have a wedding. You make your vows to each other. You do whatever, you know, and you get married. And you're a couple. But you keep the state out of it. So that's what they... Why do you think the whole gay marriage thing is pushing forward so they get control of that population? The guys at Stonewall would flip their fucking ever-loving fucking lids. You know, I can't believe that really strong leaders in the gay community are pulling back and saying, hey, wait a minute. What are you fucking doing to us? What are you fucking... You're trying to mold us and manipulate it into be something that we're not. In which they are. That's what they do. So, I have to cut this off a little or they got to help him. But, so, Tim Cook is, you know, making statements the other day. Now, they reversed the growth numbers up this morning, which is all lies. They manipulate all the, we reset the last quarter growth at 3.7 because Wall Street was having a fit. They saw this market unwinding, and they know they can't have that. So, the Fed goes in and just, you know, the calls went in, let's manipulate, let's lie. And by the way, if you think the numbers are real, you know, sell your stock and get out, fuck yeah. But what they're punishing you through is gold and silver. Your job. They increase, you see food prices dropping? No. What do they do with food? They kept the price the same and knocked the containers down fucking 33%. Do the math. That's hardcore, grotesque inflation in history. We had fucking 25% inflation annually, year over year, from 2000 clear to 2008. Yeah, but your money was on that fucking war, and they're looking at that fucking CPI and PPI number, which they totally manipulate, which Bush fucking got all the rules changed where you can do because you fucking went off free market fairy tales, remember? They can do whatever they want. The fucking game's rigged and manipulated, fucking A it is, but You don't think it's manipulated? So think about it. Gold and silver will go in symphony, right? I call it the gold-silver arbitrage. There's one of two things right now. And the gold-silver oil arbitrage. I was an arbitrage derivative specialist. What's an arbitrage? When imperfections between two fucking pricings, fucking that should be similar, fucking get out of whack. And they have to fill. So they got to fill. It's one of two things. Either gold and silver are grotesquely too low, or gold's too high. Well, my thesis is gold's way. It's nothing but fear. They fucking orchestrated this. You know how much I can take you right out here in Nevada, not far from where I live. I can take you. And I watched, out here in Elko and fucking northern Nevada. Strip mining's not even profitable till about $600-700 an ounce. They've gone mad. They've gone mad. You know how much gold gets produced a day? Oh, fuck, there's only enough to... Are you kidding? They produce more than that a fucking week in this country. It's all a fear manipulation they've fucking played on you. It's going to unwind. It's going to hardcore unwind. I could see it fucking drop 300-400 points in one day, for real. And so we learn nothing from history. And silver, I've been posting this chart for a long, long time. When the Hunt brothers cornered the fucking market on silver, and it went to 50. And you look at the chart. I got it on my Facebook. It looks like the Twin Towers. The exact identical thing happened again. But this time, who cornered? It wasn't the Hunt brothers. Yes, it was the Hunt brothers. The same ones. The same fucking oligarchs fucking cornered it again. And they did it through auctioneers and fear. And the charts mirror each other. You got this aberration where it went fucking psycho crazy, where you all bought in because you were afraid, and then they wiped you out. Oh, it'll come back. Yes, old Douglas MacArthur. So, the same with gold. It's the economy of fear. They played you like a fiddle because you can be played because you're cowards. You can't think for yourself. Overworked? Yeah, I guess. Chemtrailed? I guess. Food chain? Fluorine? I guess. Let's bring back whooping cough. Let's bring back cholera. Let's bring them all fucking back. They just fall for you. Get a gun. Quit vaccinating your fucking kids. Now, the vax system that it is, of course it's fucked up. You got the fucking pharmaceuticals that are on show. It needs to be completely revamped and re-fucking thing because it's all become corrupt. Same with cancer treatment. That's the only reason I got saved, because I have integrity doctors that grew up and born and raised in Denmark. And they believe in the Danish philosophy of medicine. They're not in it for the money. Nurses in Denmark make almost as much as doctors. Well, and that's the same in our hospital. Our hospital, the nurses make all the calls. The nurses, because they're the ones that spend all the fucking time with you. They're the ones that are with you all the fucking time. So, that's how I got saved. If I'd have been in Huntsman, I'd been dead. And I went to Huntsman, by the way, and they're still trying to sue me for a phone call for $1,400. But they wouldn't see me because I had no insurance. I'm like, I got cash. You know what they told me? Well, we'll set up an appointment here. Bring a cashier's check for $3,500. What, did you just have a consultation, get a second opinion? I said, are you out of your mind? So, they're still trying. That's corrupt crooks they are. Vincent Hansen saved me right at the end, a family friend who was friends with a relative of mine, Dr. Blanch, the famous heart surgeon who saved so many people's lives, and who died of heart disease, by the way. He was his old business partner. And Vincent knew me. Vincent's brother and father both died downwinders in southern Utah, but he's not like Mike Lee. He knows it. You go talk to him, he'll tell you, oh, yeah, nuclear files killing all these people. He won't quit because there's no one to fill the void. He saved my life. And if it wasn't his brilliant mind and fucking his path and me as an anti-nuclear activist and him knowing me and me throwing down my stock portfolio, because it wasn't just his choice. He diagnosed me, but I still had to get in. Without insurance, because I had a fall and broke my back, I was uninsured, but I had made all that money in the stock market. Right there, shorting silver, shorting gold, whatever, and I forked it all over. Here, have it. Because I knew it was going to be millions of dollars if they could save me. And Vincent, he said, Kevin, I would send most people home to die at your age with this horrible cancer, but I believe in you. You're the type of guy that I think you can be saved. I think he used the word cure. And he doesn't use the word cure. He used it. He believed in me because he knew my dad. He knew my father very well. And he knew what happened to my dad because that's what happened to his dad. That's what happened to his brother. I want to tell you a quick story about Vincent before I go away. My attorney, he's a coward. He's turned into a coward. His wife's an administrator, Randy. Old historic fucking bloodlines here. He's great. I'll get back to this on Tuesday. But stand tuned in. Don't think you're crazy because everybody around the world thinks exactly like you and I think that are listening to the show. It's just in America, they're in denial. They're all in denial, and the facade's going to fucking burn down like you never seen. Just can't keep going on. It's going to fucking come down like a house of cards.
All hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. Plumgate 311.